Welcome back, folks, to the Random Video Blog, where I, Graham G.S. Matthews, give my rambling thoughts on the wrestling world, share some stories, etc., etc. Now, next Sunday is the 2015 installment of the WWE Hell in a Cell pay-per-view, and before then, I would like to run down every WWE Hell in a Cell theme song from the event's installment, the initial installment in 2009. Now, like I've talked about in past video blogs, I've done this for WrestleMania, I've done it for Extreme Rules, and SummerSlam. A theme song for a pay-per-view is so essential. It's so important to me personally. I feel like music is such a huge part of what makes a wrestler work, like what makes a gimmick work. Not only entrance music, which I have yet to do, I'll probably do that down the line, my favorite entrance themes in WWE history, but even a pay-per-view theme. Like, I long for the days, and they do this now. They do it now in NXT. They've done it for some of the more recent pay-per-views, but I long for the days that on the go-home show before a pay-per-view, the commentators take like a minute or two to run down the entire card, set to that show's pay-per-view theme. And they kind of do it some more often than not. They did it for SummerSlam. They've done it for a few other pay-per-views. I don't know if they'll do it for Hell in a Cell. We'll see on Monday. But I always love when they used to do that. I feel like it makes the event feel more important. It gives the theme some significance as to why they have a theme to begin with. There's a reason why they're doing it. Obviously, it's to promote that person's music. But still, in regards to the wrestling event, when they set it to a video package, I don't know, I've always loved that process personally. But Hell in a Cell, though, has never really been, in my personal opinion, a consistently great event. I mean, some of them have been pretty good or good, some not so great. But the theme songs, a lot of them have been very good. So we'll start the countdown right here. I say the worst, but coming in at number 7 on this list of the 7 or 8, or it's, I have 7 here, but it's actually, there's 8 theme songs. There's been 7 shows, including this year's installment, but there's been 8 theme songs. One show, the 2012 installment, had 2 theme songs, so just keep that in mind. But coming in at number 8, Out of Time by Stone Temple Pilots. It was a good theme. It was a rock theme. It was the theme for WWE Hell in a Cell 2013, which was also not a good show. That's probably why I don't remember this song much, because that whole time in wrestling just sucked. That whole fall was awful. And it was an okay show. It was really disappointing, though. The 2 cell matches, Punk versus Ryback and Heyman, The main event, Orton and Bryan, wasn't so great either. The heel turn from Shawn Michaels, that made absolutely no sense. That whole show was total poop. That's probably why this theme doesn't really resonate much with me. And as kind of a tradition, I do tend to sing the theme songs for you and give them a bit of a preview, but for the first couple here, I don't really remember them that much, so I can't do that. This one I do remember, but I don't really know the lyrics, so I won't sing it for you. Just go out of your way to look it up. Out of Time by Stone Temple Pilots. A good rock theme. It's okay. It just didn't really resonate with me as much as these other songs did, probably because that event was just so poop. Coming in at number 7, Sandpaper by Fozzy. Now, it's weird I put this song at number 7 all the way down to the bottom, because I love Fozzy, not just because I'm a Jericho mark, as you can kind of see that poster to the right of me, over my right shoulder, or left to you. I love Fozzy. I love the most recent CD that came out, Lights Go Out, and all the other songs Tonight they put out last year in 2014. Love their music. I mean, I didn't really love it at first, but it really grew on me last year. One Crazy Anarchist, I love that song too. Sandpaper was one of the themes for Hell in a Cell 2012. Now, the other one they used for that show, which I'll get to a little bit higher up on the list, was used more frequently than this one. This one, they were probably just going to throw Jericho a bone by using the theme song. And they used another Fozzy song, Let's Go Out, like I mentioned, for SummerSlam 2014, which was also a very good theme. Check out my video of ranking my top 5 favorite SummerSlam theme from a couple months ago, if you want to check that out. Cheap plug here on the YouTube channel on the Random Video Blogs. But yeah, Sandpaper I thought was okay. Again, I love Fozzy. It's not a bad song. I can't sing it for you. I don't really remember much about it. But again, I thought the other song for that year's Hell in a Cell show in 2012 was a lot better than that one. It was okay for what it was. Number 6, Cut the Cord by Shinedown, is the theme song for this year's Hell in a Cell pay-per-view. Listen to it a few times. It's a good song. Maybe it'll grow on me more, and maybe I'll rank it higher up on the list. But so far, I like Shinedown. I like a lot of their songs. I like Devour by them. That was one of the themes for Night of Champions 2008. I have a couple other songs by them. I have Bully by them. I have a few others too. I can't remember. I downloaded them all last year, or a couple years ago. But Shinedown, great band. Good theme for Hell in a Cell, not going with that pop bullshit. And all these songs, for the most part, are rock songs. It's kind of very fitting of the Hell in a Cell, very terrorizing, very intimidating pay-per-view name. It wouldn't make any sense to do like a pop theme song. But all of these are rock for the most part. I think if not every single one are rock songs. But Yeah, good song. Maybe it'll grow on me more, but not as enjoyable, not as great of a song as some of these other are on the list. Coming in at number 5, Sacrifice by Adam Smash, used for the 2010 Hell in a Cell pay-per-view. Again, I liked that pay-per-view. I loved Wade Barrett versus John Cena. I loved Orton versus Sheamus. I loved the Triple Threat U.S. title match. Good pay-per-view. It might be because this pay-per-view resonates more with me. It's closer to the heart because I enjoyed that time in wrestling. 2010 was not a great year for wrestling, but that whole fall I just have very vivid memories of for whatever reason. And Sacrifice was pain, da 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 da, pressure. What's it all about? And again, I gotta preface this and just saying that my singing is awful. You're probably just better off looking up these songs on YouTube, right here on YouTube, and just listen to them for yourself. And you can still do that, but just a preface, my singing is terrible, and will not do this video any favors. But I have to do it to kind of refamiliarize you with these songs if you did forget them. And this one I wouldn't, blame you for forgetting. It wasn't the most memorable song ever, but I thought it was a good song. I liked that pay-per-view, so that's probably part of the reason why. But I thought it was a good fit for Hell in a Cell 2010. So number 4 on my list is Set the World on Fire by Black Veil Brides. This is where we get into the nitty gritty. I loved all of these songs. But Black Veil Brides, they did 2 theme songs for Hell in a Cell over the years, in 2011 and in 2012, which I'll get to in a minute. But what were the lyrics to it? Fight for all you know, and the world's on fire. Something like that. Again, my singing is terrible. It is awful, so I apologize. But it was something like that, where it was like that whole rhythm. But I love Black Veil Brides, too. Not my favorite band, but the songs that I listen to by them are very, very good. 2011 Hell in a Cell pay-per-view, not the most amazing pay-per-view of all time or anything like that. But for what it was, I thought it was good. I mean, that whole time in wrestling, again, not very good. But we had a good triple threat match for the WWE title inside the cell. It was Punk, Del Rio, and Cena. Orton and Mark Henry, and a few other decent matches too. But I don't know, I listened to that song a lot in the fall of 2011. I thought it was a very, very good song. Set the World on Fire by Black Veil Brides at number 4. Number 3, Panic Room by Theory of a Dead Man. Hell in a Cell last year, it was for Hell in a Cell 2014. That pay-per-view, it was a good show. I mean, the whole fall last year was not really that good, but the pay-per-views I thought were solid, this being one of them. Love this theme song. Love this song so much. And you know it's a great song, and my roommate casually watches wrestling with me. He's not a wrestling fan, but he'll watch some of the Raws. He'll watch all the pay-per-views with me. And he loved this song so much, he went out of his way to download this song to his iPod, much like I did. Theory of a Dead Man, I'm a huge fan of. I have a few other songs by them, too, that I can't think of. I can't name songs off the top of my head, but I do have a lot of songs by them. I have Got It Made from a couple years ago, and a few others as well. Got It Made, what was the other one? Shit, I can't think of it off the top of my head. But Theory of a Dead Man is a great band. Was so happy to see them get their single featured for the 2014 Hell in a Cell pay-per-view. And that really enhanced the event for me, hearing that song in between Rollins versus Cena, or Rollins versus Ambrose, and Cena versus Randy Orton, and all the other good matches from that show. Pretty decent pay-per-view. That whole fall was not really that good, but when is it really ever that good? But the pay-per-views were good, though. I thought this was a great theme song for Hell in a Cell and a great fitting theme song for the fall that I listened to on my iPod non-stop for the month of October and November. Very, very good song. Number 2, In the End, also by Black Veil Brides. Like I said, they did 2 theme songs for Hell in a Cell in 2011 and 2012, respectively. I think they might have featured Sandpaper by Fozzy early on in the build to Hell in a Cell, but as it got closer to that pay-per-view, I vividly remember hearing in the end a lot more than Sandpaper, and I love that song so much. Panic Room, by the way, I forgot to sing it, was Welcome to the Panic Room, it's my dark place, da-da-da-da-da-da-da, now I can't escape. Great song. In the End was In the End, da-da-dun-dun-dun-da-da-da. Da-na-na. Great song also. For the 2012 Hell in a Cell pay-per-view, I thought that was a lot better than some people gave it credit for. The crowd was kind of poop, but Punk and Ryback I liked. Big Show and Sheamus said that was one of the best matches of 2012. It's weird to say you have Big Show and Sheamus in the same match, but that match was very, very good. That was an excellent match. And the rest of that show wasn't too bad either. But in the end, yeah, very, very good song. And I couldn't find it on YouTube anywhere for a while, so I had to listen to it. I couldn't download it on my iPod for a while, so I would listen to it every single day on my way to school on YouTube on my phone, as opposed to just listening to it on my iPod library because I didn't have it downloaded. I couldn't download it for whatever reason. iPhones was like fucking me over at that period in time. But yeah, love that song so much. In the End by Black Veil Brides. And then we get to number 1, which anyone who is familiar and has been watching, been paying close attention to the WWE Hell in a Cell pay-per-views since its inception in 2009 knows for a fact it's probably your number 1 favorite theme song for Hell in a Cell as well. Monster by Skillet. Like I talked about in my top 5, I think it was top 5 or top 7 favorite SmackDown vs. Raw theme songs from a couple months ago, which got a lot of great feedback on, so thank you guys for that. I put this on there as well. It was featured on the soundtrack for SmackDown vs. Raw 2010, but before that, it was the theme song for Hell in a Cell of that year, the first ever Hell in a Cell pay-per-view, which was a good show. It had Punk and Undertaker, it had John Cena and Orton, coincidentally enough, and DX versus Legacy. Not a fan of that match, but it was a decent show, though. I have it on DVD, actually. Just as someone got it as a gift for me. I probably wouldn't have bought it otherwise, but I do love Monster, though. I thought it was a very, very good song, and the lyrics go, and I forgot how it went in my SmackDown vs. Raw theme song video. That's the funny thing, but now I do remember it as because I listen to it all the time now. And now that we're getting closer to Hell in a Cell, it is oh my fucking god! Now I just forgot. What is it? Now I feel like a monster. Da 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 da. Now I feel like a monster. Stir. Now I feel like a monster. Great song. Like I said, Skillet, probably my favorite band of all time. Up there with Fozzy, up there with Shinedown, Theory of a Dead Man, and all these other great rock bands. In my opinion, anyway. But I love Skillet. They have a lot. If there's any one band that had the most of featured on my iPod, it'd probably be Skillet. But it all started with this song. They came out with Hero after that. I have Lucy. I have In the Black or Falling Inside the Black. I have all these other Rise by Skillet. So many songs. So many songs by Skillet on my iPod. They're a great band. And I thought this was the best possible way to kick off the Hell in a Cell theme song series. In 2009 when they had their first ever Hell in a Cell pay-per-view, was with that song Monster by Skillet. A great song otherwise, but also a great fit for that pay-per-view, and I always watched that pay-per-view, if only for that theme, because I thought it was a very, very good theme. But that's going to about do it for my top 7, or just ranking every WWE Hell in a Cell theme song in the pay-per-view's history. So a brief recap here. Number 8, Out of Time by Stone Temple Pilots. Number 7, Sandpaper by Fozzy. 6, Cut the Cord by Shinedown. 5, Sacrifice Adam Smash. 4, Set the World on Fire by Black Veil Brides. 3, Panic Room by Black Veil Brides, by Theory of a Dead Man. Number 2 is also by Black Veil Brides. It is In the End. And number 1, Monster by Skillet. So that does it for my list. I would love to hear what your guys' favorite theme songs in WWE Hell in a Cell pay-per-view history are. Is it Monster? Is it Out of Time? Is it Sacrifice? Is it Panic Room? Is it any of the other ones? I would love to hear your guys' list. Tweet me on Twitter with your list at WrestleRant, on Facebook at facebook.com/grim.houston.matthews, or leave a comment on this very video. Also be sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe. All support is greatly appreciated. So as Hell in a Cell gets closer, enjoy the WWE programming. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Enjoy Hell in a Cell next Sunday. Next Friday, we're talking about right here in the video blog. Got to plug this. So here in the video blog next Friday, I'm ranking my top 5 favorite matches in WWE Hell in a Cell history. Not the pay-per-view, but the match itself. And I'm talking going back to Michaels versus Undertaker in 1997 to Ambrose and Rollins last year. So which are my top 5 favorite Hell in a Cell matches of all time? You'll find out next week right here in the video blog. But in the meantime, guys, have a great weekend. I'm Graham Matthews, and I'll catch you guys down the road.